Hi, my name is Vanessa Campa, and I was an intern for Latina Republic as a Latin correspondent and a director of the Future Journalist program. I interned with Latina for about 10 months. I'm also a recent graduate from Florida International University. My regions of focus when I was interning with Latina Republic was Colombia, Venezuela, and Cuba. And the stories I highlighted they went from many categories, from local news, from culture, from even immigration, in the sense of I worked on interviewing immigrant women, particularly Dominican women that immigrated here in the US and ended up doing amazing things, have reached high places in politics. So I focused a lot on women, women in politics, women in democracy. I got to attend an event called Diaspora y Desarrollo from the author Rodolfo Popo. I got to interview him. It was amazing to have the opportunity to speak to him. The whole concept of his book and bringing his second conference highlighting women and these amazing Dominican women who came here, and they got to explain their stories on what influenced them, their challenges on being immigrant women, not knowing the language, the challenges of being women in pretty male-dominated fields. And it was amazing to have the opportunity to talk to them, to hear their stories, and highlight those stories for the world to read. And it was one of the best experiences I had ever, to have the opportunity to do that. And one of my favorite articles for Latina Republic was highlighting those women and the Diaspora y Desarrollo conference. I also got to highlight to other organizations and filmmakers and artists, such as I got to speak to a local community urban art organization called Cholo in Peru, where they highlight um, local artists from indigenous backgrounds, which was also another amazing experience. I had no idea the kind of arts and even activism happening in Latin America, even for indigenous rights and keeping those roots alive. And it was an amazing experience to see. Being able to work as a Latin correspondent gave me an insight of knowing what's happening in the region that I didn't even know about, and even as a Latina, I wasn't really aware of. So this experience gave me the ability to reach out to people in the region, not only here, but in the region. I got to, again, speak to people in Peru, in Colombia, even in Chile, an organization in Chile. Um, I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for Latina. So it was a great experience in gaining knowledge within the region and knowing what beautiful things people are doing in the region. I also got to work as a director for Latina Republic, so I got to uh, ass- help mentor other interns next to Sole, the the CEO of Latina Republic, and it was an amazing experience having someone believe in me to take on that role, which is a role I would have never imagined ever taking. I got to experience being, not even as a Latin correspondent, it was a great experience in having that flexibility or that freedom to choose. And Sole gives us the freedom to be our own leaders and to reach out and to figure out what it is that we want to write about, how we want to write it. Um, you gain knowledge in being your own leader and knowing what you're capable of, even as a writer, and mentoring other interns and helping Sole brainstorm what we could do to improve the program or the organization. Gave me a push, and her really caring about my opinion made me learn the leader I had inside and what I'm capable of, which is something that not a lot of people really get or get to experience in work environments. And I think that the way Sole mentors all of us is as a way of also helping us go off on our own and gaining those fundamental skills and being our own leader, not only working for other people, but being the best we can be to lead ourselves. So it was a great experience being able to lead in that way, and in general, just being in Latina Republic gave me that insight I didn't even have. I learned not only leadership skills, but we get, so it really helps you in improving your writing through feedback, going over your articles, helping you pick out ideas, giving you tips on how to look for stories or how to reach out. She's really always there for anything that you need. And my plans for the future is that I want to continue writing. I would love to continue, even as a correspondent, highlighting underreported stories, news. I love to write, I love to storytell. So in my future, whether I don't really know exactly the path that I will be taking, I just hope to always be writing because it's what I love to do. Words for Latina, thank you for giving me this opportunity, for having me gain fundamental skills for life, for the industry. Sole, thank you for believing in me, not only to be a Latin correspondent, but to lead next to you and help you out with mentoring, with brainstorming, tips. It was an amazing experience to learn from you and to help you out, and for you to make me feel that my word was of value to you. And it was a beautiful experience, and I thank you so much for it. Gracias por todo, really. And